welcome to my kitchen. So today I want to show you what an average day on a crazy, sexy, plant-empowered diet looks like. I often get asked the question, Kris, what do you eat? What do you drink? Tell me, be specific, help me out, girl. So I made a day and I'm going to show you. I like to start with purified water in the morning with a little lemon. It kind of gets the pipes moving and clears out the body, helps tickle the liver to dump toxins, so that's a great way to start. And if you like caffeine, I probably suggest having a little green tea or something like that after your water. Trying to stay away from coffee, I know it's not always possible, but green tea is definitely better for you and it's high in antioxidants. So after your tea, you might want to go on over to the green juice. If you've been following me for a while, you know I adore my green juice. In Crazy Sexy Diet, I have a recipe that's called Make Juice, Not War. In Crazy Sexy Kitchen, we have Morning Glorious green juice. So I'm just gonna pause for a second and take a little sip of the Morning Glorious. Friends, absolutely delicious. What we do is we make a big batch in the morning, and we store them in these beautiful mason jars that you get at your hardware store. And then you put them in your fridge and you can take them with you. You can bring them to the office. They're nice and handy. And we have green juice 1, 2, 3 times a day. We don't like to let it go overnight. Sometimes we do. As the day goes on, the juice oxidizes. It's not as fresh. So we make a big batch in the morning and boom, we are ready to go. Now, we've had our liquid experience for the start. 2 different breakfast ideas. We've got a lot of great breakfast ideas in Crazy Sexy Kitchen. This is my copy already dog-eared, scribbled on. Pages are stuck together and I wrote it. It's amazing. So 2 ideas. I love oatmeal and I love to add blueberries or raisins. I love to add flax seeds. I love to add lots of nuts and seeds to my oatmeal. I also like to cook my oatmeal with almond milk and with a little bit of coconut butter for the great fats. So this breakfast is probably something that I'll consume maybe like 3 times a week. Another option would be a tofu scramble. Tofu scrambles are absolutely delicious and they're really, really easy to make. The one that I made this morning from my little honey, who's behind the camera, is just a basic tofu. It's actually sprouted tofu and it's definitely organic. And I put whatever spices we had handy. I put some turmeric, which is really fantastic for you, some onion, some garlic. I topped it off with some avocado and a little pepper. Also salt and pepper to taste. Super easy. The bread that I used is rye. Rye has less gluten in it, so it's easier for you to digest, and it's absolutely fabulous. Now, if you're needing a little bit of green juice mid-morning, or you want a little pick-me-up, look who's waiting for you. So we've done our morning. You might say, Kris, well, what are we going to have for lunch now? Although you might not be that hungry for lunch at noon. Maybe you're waiting a little longer. This is a lot of great food. What I made today was the Save the Tuna sandwich from the book Crazy Sexy Kitchen. Now, we usually serve this on rye. Save the tuna meaning it's not tuna. The tuna, they're swimming while we're eating nuts and seeds and kelp and lemon and all these wonderful spices and herbs. It's absolutely delicious. Super easy to make. All you need is a Cuisinart. Again, we like to serve it on rye, but since I had rye for breakfast, I just put it in a little wrap. Oh, there's some pickles in there. There's some more onions in there. There's so many goodies in there. But we need to have our greens. So greens are always handy in my house. Lots and lots of greens, big mixing bowl of greens, nice and washed and ready to go. What I also made was a great dressing from Crazy Sexy Kitchen. This is the Dijon vinaigrette. And I gotta say, Chad outdid himself with this vinaigrette. I like vinaigrette. I really like Dijon vinaigrette, but he taught me about sherry vinegar and that has changed my life. So go ahead and pour this on here. And again, you can get the recipe in Crazy Sexy Kitchen. For the Save the Tuna recipe, you guys can download that recipe in my free sneak peek. So you don't even have to get the book. You can just go ahead and get that free little download at kriscarr.com and you can start saving the tuna. So here we go, lots and lots of greens. I love my greens, everybody. And you know what, I'm gonna garnish it with some hemp seeds. High in protein, really wonderful hemp seeds. And I don't know if you can see that, but there's lunch, and it's so pretty, and it's so kind, and it'll be very kind in your body. Okay, so moving on, what's for dinner, Kris? I'm coming over, and I want to know what's for dinner. Well, oftentimes, dinner's pretty simple at my house. And if you want to get some absolutely delicious, foodie, fantastic meals for Thanksgiving or the holidays or birthdays, we've got all of that covered in Crazy Sexy Kitchen. And we also have super simple meals too. So this recipe is kind of like my go-to fast food. It's soba noodles with a little bit of tempeh. And I learned how to cook tempeh when I was macrobiotic, but also was refreshed with Chad's help, and you'll learn about that in our cooking classes and also in the book. A great way to cook your tempeh is to actually boil it in water with some gluten-free tamari. So you boil it in water with some gluten-free tamari, and that helps it stay nice and juicy, because sometimes if you just put some oil in the pan and you start cooking it, it can be very dry. So you boil it for a while. If you've got time, you could boil it for up to an hour, and the tamari just is soaked in by the tempeh. And then after a while, you take it out. For me, last night I made this tempeh and I only had 15 minutes, and so I did the 15-minute version. I take it out of the pot, I put some oil in my pan, and I just came across this oil. I did break the cap, but I just came across this great oil. It's an organic sesame oil that's lightly toasted, and it's by this company Bija. Bija is not paying me. I do not work for Bija, but I absolutely love this oil. It's so delicious. So I put a little bit of this sesame oil in the pan, and then I'll toast and slightly saute the tempeh in the oil. It gets that nutty sesame flavor. Cut it up, put it on top of the soba. The soba, I also added a little bit of the oil and a little bit of the tamari. So super delicious and super easy. And my grandma always taught me to garnish, 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 garnish. So there's a little garnish of parsley right there. Now you know we gotta have our greens. We just gotta have our greens. So there's extra salad from earlier, although Brian probably ate it all. So we'll imagine that he left some for us. So if I don't have the salad, I might just go ahead and saute some kale with some garlic and some olive oil and some sea salt and some pepper to taste. Absolutely fantastic. But I almost forgot more garnish here. These are black sesame seeds. I'm just gonna throw a little bit of these on here. It looks even prettier. I don't know if you can see this, but I'm gonna show it to you. Ooh, fantastic. Did I need another green juice? If I did, it's right here. Last but not least, for dinner, I might include some fermented veggies. Really great for your gut, really great for your digestion, great for your overall gut health. We need to keep those good guys happy and the bad guys in check. So a little raw sauerkraut is something I might include. Now, you might be asking, Kris, this is a delicious and easy and nutritious day filled with vitamins, minerals, enzymes, oxygen, protein, calcium, all the things that you need on a plant-based diet. What about dessert? Well, those of you who have been following me for a while know I'm not a big dessert person myself. What makes me super happy? I'm gonna show you. And I'm gonna show you by using the magic freezer. What? There's a freezer right here. This is often something that we will do. We freeze fruit. Freeze honeydew, freeze cantaloupe, we'll freeze some pineapple, freeze some mango. And when we're sitting around watching Downton Abbey, smiling and laughing because we love Maggie Smith, and I imagine offering her some of my honeydew. Like, Maggie, would you like some honeydew? And she said, well, yes, as a matter of fact, I'd love some honeydew. Right? This is a fantastic, easy dessert. And if you want something more than fruit, my friends, we've got lots of desserts in Crazy Sexy Kitchen. We've even got a fabulous chocolate cake, so you don't just have to have fruit. I hope that this inspires you in some way and shows you that it's really easy to upgrade your lifestyle, to eat more plants, to take better care of yourself. It does require a little bit of planning, but you are worth it, my friends. If you're looking for more recipes, Crazy Sexy Kitchen, my beautiful cookbook with my friend Chad Sarno comes out on October 30th. So we've got 150 plant-empowered recipes there that might help you out. Also, if you would love to learn how to be a better cook, for those of you who are buying the book online, you can head on over to kriscarr.com and click on cooking classes, because we have free cooking classes for you. 12 classes total, over an hour and a half of footage. I've been hearing rave reviews about these classes. People are really enjoying them. So until next time, have a wonderful time in the kitchen. Get juicy, cook your hearts out, and I will see you soon.